Do you know your ecological address? If a raindrop fell on the roof of your home, could you predict its path to Lake Erie? If you live within the shaded area of this map, then the Doan Brook watershed is your ecological address. No, you can't receive mail at this address, but you do receive benefits that are even more valuable. About 12 square miles, the Doan Brook watershed's eastern edge is in Shaker Heights and Beechwood, east of Warrensville Center Road. It flows through the Shaker Parklands and then northwest into Cleveland down a wooded gorge where it enters an underground culvert through University Circle for about a mile. It resurfaces and flows along Martin Luther King Boulevard until it enters Lake Erie. Let's take a journey along the Doan Brook, from its headwaters to its mouth, from its history to its hydrology, from its fish to its future. Okay, so we know we all live in a watershed, but what does that really mean? Long before Moses Cleveland parceled northeast Ohio into neat, square townships, the landscape could best be identified by its watersheds. Streams, rivers, and ridgelines were the boundary lines between different systems, not political or social systems, but ecological systems or watersheds. Technically, a watershed is an area of land that drains to a particular stream, river, lake, or ocean. As water moves through the water cycle, it flows over land to the lowest elevation, usually a stream or river. Watersheds function like any type of basin or bathtub, with high ridges and many starting points that drain downhill to one end point. Small watersheds always comprise part of a larger watershed. For example, the Doan Brook watershed drains into Lake Erie, which drains into the St. Lawrence Seaway until it reaches its final destination, the Atlantic Ocean. Watersheds are much more than their geography. Rivers and even smaller waterways have been the lifeblood of human communities for millions of years. The waters of the Doan Brook especially have fed and inspired many wonderfully diverse human communities throughout history. The face of the Doan Brook watershed is ever-changing. Today, it's much harder to find. For many of us, a raindrop that falls on our roof is only visible to the end of our driveway when it slips underground through a storm drain. Most Americans live in watersheds that have been partially or entirely confined to underground culverts beneath streets and buildings. Still, urban watersheds, like that of the present-day Doan Brook, can inspire our spirit and provide much-needed drinking water, not only for our communities, but for all habitats.